I don't want to be okay. So that's about that. The extra time that I wasn't investing in my job, I was investing it in my personal development. I was reading books, I was doing seminars, I was doing conferences. I was learning from other entrepreneurs how they have made things work for them. Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of the Afro Daily Show. So I was gonna do, I don't know if they call it unboxing, but I was gonna do an unboxing. I just got those packages a week ago, and I haven't opened them. I basically just ordered some items that I need before I actually go back to Cameroon. So that's what I'm gonna be unboxing today. But I wanted to take this opportunity to kind of talk about a recurring, I don't want to say recurring theme, but it's really a conversation that I've been having for a while now, before I became a full-time entrepreneur, and also in the process of me becoming a full-time entrepreneur. This is a topic that, I've always talked about, and many people cannot relate, but for the people who can at least understand, I wanted to be able to, talk about it right now. So I hope you guys are doing good. By the way, you're back in my bedroom. So this is actually, I ordered them from Amazon. That's the case for my external drive. As a YouTuber, we have a lot of video content, so you need to find ways to keep them, somewhere on an external drive. The one that I already have is full, so I had to find a way. Oh, look at this one. This one is so good. It's actually velvet. It's gray, and then this one is like one of my favorite colors, which is like rose gold. So it looks really good. Looks really good. This is the actual USB whatever. Anyway, so this is the one that you connect the external drive to the phone or the computer. USB to USB-A power. Anyway, you have to connect it together. Sometimes I film with my phone, so if I'm like right now, I have a second phone, but right now I'm filming with the other phone, which also has like a decent camera. So whenever my Canon camera is sitting right there, because I haven't charged the battery, so that's that. I feel like we're just gonna be unboxing the whole time. But let me just show this to you real quick before we start the conversation. Those are some of this one came in a box of 3, 4, wait, let me count, 10 pieces. But I saw this one when I was getting the other one, and it's almost the same. It's almost the same colors. But I thought this one was so cute for those days where you have like a ponytail or something. I don't know if you guys can see what it looks like, but I just thought it was so cute. And I have many of them because it came like in a pack of 10 for each of them. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm just gonna gift it. Oh, this one is actually really cute. I think I'll keep this one while I'm filming. What do you guys think? Yeah, I think this one is perfect. Okay, so basically I'm just getting ready to go back to Cameroon, so I have to buy everything before I leave. I'm coming back again, but not anytime soon. So anyway, let me talk about this topic. So the topic is basically about, are you really working your dream job? And that's a question that is kind of, I don't know, do you really have a dream job in the first place? Like for me, for example, I remember when I was working in corporate America, my dream job was to be an auditor, right? Whether I was doing external audit, internal audit, or any type of audit. Because when I was going through my through my undergrad, I did accounting, and then you learn about taxation, you learn about auditing, you learn about accounting. But the one that I felt more comfortable was auditing. I knew when I was graduating that my dream job, based on my field of study, should have been auditing. However, was it really my dream job? I would say no. I don't think it was my dream job. I think it was the job that I settled with. And I've always said that, like, everybody that knows me know that I used to say, this is just a gas station, right? I need to fill up my tank before I actually get to my destination, because I knew it wasn't what I really wanted to do. But we grow in a society, I mean, whether you're in Africa or in America, right? The system is in such a way that you do have to figure out what you want to do early on. And I know many people can't figure it out, because I remember when I was going for my undergrad, many of my girlfriends, many of my guy friends didn't really have a career in mind. So to say, I think you do your best to pick the career that you think you're really going to be good at. But is it really your dream job? Is that career going to be the dream career? Some people actually figure out exactly what they want to do by the time they're 16, by the time they're 10 years old, by the time they're 20, right? For me, I knew exactly what I wanted to do, who I wanted to be. I just knew that I wasn't ready for the task, right? So I needed to find something that was, how can I say, that was going to fund the dream, that was going to help me get to the dream. So I really didn't have a dream job per se. Now, that being said, I'm really a proponent for follow your dream, go for your passion. But I also understand that I used to say that all the time, right? Until I talked to one of my girlfriend, and she basically told me that I don't have a passion. Like, I'm trying to figure out my passion, but I don't have a passion. And I remember reading a book from Elizabeth Gilbert. She's a writer, really passionate writer. She talks about, she does things that passionates her, right? This is her dream. The career that she has is her dream. And I remember in one of the, I don't know if it was an audio, because I do audio books a lot, and I also do podcasts a lot. I think it was in a podcast that she was invited to, and she basically, I think it's also in the book, right? So she basically was saying how she used to say to people, you have to be passionate, you have to find your dream job, your dream passion, blah blah blah, until one day she was really at the stage, right, preaching this gospel of like passion. And one of the audience, one of the lady in the audience raised her hand, and she basically said, I don't have a passion. I've been looking for it. I've been working at finding it, and I can't find it. I don't have a passion. I read your books, I read your content, and you always talk about going for your passion, right? And she said it was up to that moment that she understood that not everybody was experiencing the things that she's experiencing. The light is going to be on and off because I'm using daylight in order to, brighten this thing. But basically she was saying it was up to that time that she was like, oh, not everybody has a passion, like a dream job or something. And she had to shift her language. And instead of pushing people and saying, don't stay in a job that you're not passionate, she was instead telling people, you have to go for curiosity. You have to be curious about the things that you want to learn. You have to be curious about life. You have to be curious about yourself. What is it that you want to try? Things that is outside of your comfort zone, but you can actually go and figure out if you're going to like it. And I thought, that was basically 2018-ish when I heard that conversation in a podcast. And it really changed the way I was talking to people, because I'm always motivating people, right? Whether it's my friends, my family members, or just random people that I meet. I would sometimes go to work, because I used to audit companies left and right. So I would go to a company, I would audit the company while I'm auditing, like I'm doing my job, right? And I'm, giving a pep talk to the accountant or to the manager that I'm working with, because maybe I felt like they were not really happy with the situation, because for some reason, I don't know if it's a thing, but people confide in me a lot. I don't know if it's a thing that I have or the way I ask people, you know. I mean, what would you ask people about their life in the job? But that's me, right? I would ask people, how you doing, how many kids you have, the family situation, is it a job that you really wanted to do? I think I'm just curious about life in general. I'm curious about the decisions that people make in their everyday life. So I always find myself in that position where I was giving people a pep talk about don't give up, you know, you're going through a hardship, but it's gonna be okay. And I was doing it everywhere. I could go to a grocery store and I see like a girl, she's 18 years old, and we struck a conversation over ice cream because we you know, we're looking for the same ice cream. And then I get to ask her what is it that she's doing in her life, and then all of a sudden it becomes a conversation about, you know, follow your passion, follow your calling, you know, go after your dreams, don't give up, don't let society determine who you're gonna be. I've always been that person, guys. I've always been that person, and sometimes it's annoying. Anytime I talk to people and I tell them what is it that you want to do, it's really one of those questions, you know. How you know, some people don't know the passion, they don't know what they want to do, and how do you go about finding, you know, I don't know. And sometimes people's passion are also not gonna make them money, or maybe they don't know how to capitalize on the passion. For example, I have friends that love to cook, right? And of course, you're going to tell me they can just open a restaurant, but it's not that easy, right? By the time you open a business, it's not just about, you know, your talent, you know, that you can cook. It becomes about the admin task. It becomes about the accounting. It becomes about your taxes. It becomes about managing people. And some people, they don't have those they don't even want to be involved in the whole management of the operations of a business. They just want to live the dream. And the dream is to cook different food every day, travel to eat different food. And I found out that many people are in that position where they are not living the dream life that they want to live. Because living the dream life that you want to live sometimes means that you're not going to be able to pay your bills because you just don't know how to capitalize on that. So on that note, from all the people that have told me I don't have a passion, I don't know what I want to do, but I do, or sometimes they will even say I have a passion, but this is my situation. I have 2 babies. I'm a single mother. Or sometimes it's a guy, right, who has responsibility. He has a wife, he has children, and maybe the wife, you know, doesn't have a job, and he has to be able to like be the breadwinner of the family. How do you go about just saying, let me leave my passion, knowing that your passion is not going to be able to match your current salary? I think that's the big question. But before we get into that, let's open this one. But write down below, just, you know, let me know down below if what you guys think about, you know, do you have a dream job, for example? Are you living your passion? Because I found out many people don't really get to live what they really want to do. And I'm one of those people that I know, guys, I know that I'm fortunate. I'm really fortunate to do the things that I want to do. I have crafted a life in a way where everything that I'm doing, I'm actually creating it, right? Like, I get to decide, okay, maybe I want to explore this avenue, and I would actually create that life for myself. However, it wasn't that easy. I was just like most of the people working for jobs that I dislike. I worked in corporate America for close to 9 years, so you can just imagine. I was there for years. Oh, this is actually, I didn't show you the package. Gosh. Anyway, this is the external drive. It says this is Maxon external drive. I don't know if I will flip this camera so that you can see, but I also got it on Amazon. So this is what it looks like. So I love it. This one is gonna go in here, and that's perfect. So let me open this one so that you guys can just see. Oh, I think this is a belt. They call it OB belt, I think. the collie. It comes in this package. I'm really not doing a good job unboxing, guys. It comes in this package and it's like that. And then I also got the brown one. Let me show you how I will wear it. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but basically it's gonna be like this, and then you're supposed to tie it here. Okay, so this is, I mean, it's almost how you're supposed to tie it. I don't know. I don't want to be, okay. So that's about that. So yeah, beautiful, love it. I always wanted to buy one, so, and it wasn't even, it was really affordable. I can't remember, it actually came two together. If you guys have questions, I can put it in the description down below so that you guys can go check it out. They're not paying me for this, but if you guys want to check it out, I would definitely put it in the description down below. So the last package is this one. Oh, and I also got makeup. The makeup is just three different, it's just, this is the foundation that I use. It's Too Faced. I actually don't have it on, but this is usually, it's really good. And my color, actually this is the concealer, this is the foundation. So on the foundation, my color is Chai, C-H-A-I, and then the concealer is Mocha. Right? Just Fancy gloss, basic Fancy gloss, and this Origin mask. I love this mask. I've been using it for at least, I mean, since maybe 2013. Yeah. So how do you go about living your dreams? I think it's really a question. It's a fully loaded question. I don't have an answer for that. The only thing I can do is to tell you my experience, how I've been able to get out of the 9-to-5 culture. And yeah, and hopefully you're gonna find ways to also, you know, get your own space and your own ways of living that career if that's not what you want. So the first thing that I'm gonna say is, if you really truly you're not happy with your current situation, and you, like me, that maybe you had a goal, you had aspiration, you wanted to do so many things, and you feel like you are trapped in the system, because I think that's what's usually happen. People feel trapped in the system. Then the first thing you do is to write down what are those goals, right, that you want to achieve. The second thing would be to really break it down into small steps. So what I did when I was preparing to get out, when I was planning to get out of my 9-to-5 job, was I knew exactly what I wanted to do. So I had to break it down into small steps. Small steps means that how am I going to be able to achieve the little wins one step at a time. So the first thing for me was to find, I mean, my first business was YGL Wedding, right? So the first thing for me was to find manufacturers, suppliers. The odd thing that you guys, I don't know if you guys watch my previous videos where I was talking how I got started. I was already in the business, but I wasn't considering it as a business, right? But I was good at it. I was good at designing, sketching, and getting brides the perfect gowns that I wanted. It wasn't just a business. I was just doing that to help. So the first thing that I would tell you is that once you know for a fact, this is something that you're good at, this is something that you can explore, you can learn more, you can find ways to perfect your craft, then you have to find out who is going to be supplying you those goods, right? I mean, that's if you're a product-based business, because if you're a service-based business, I'm going to give you tips later. So if you're a product-based business, or you want to go into a product-based business, that was the first thing for me, like trying to figure out who are going to be my suppliers, what's going to be the price that I'm going to be purchasing those items, what's going to be the markup, what's going to be my profit margin that I will be expecting, where am I going to sell those items. I think that was key. Are you going to be an online store? Are you going to be a store that you know, is going to be in a physical location, or are you going to go door to door, or are you going to go to event, fashion shows, all of these things. So for me, it was trying to figure the whole thing out, right? But it took me years to actually put everything in place, and that's okay. You know, for people who are making an effort, maybe you want to be an entrepreneur and you're thinking, oh my God, I'm so tired of this job, blah blah blah. Guys, it's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take a while, and you have to be willing to put in the efforts for a long period of time, not expecting any result right away. So I think that would be the first thing that I would tell you have to do. Now, if you're somebody that you have a job, but you're not thinking of being an entrepreneur, because also being an entrepreneur, it's not just going to be easy breezy, life is good. No, guys, it takes work. It takes a lot of effort, because you are managing an entire company, which means you're going to be, in the beginning, you're going to wear many hats. You're going to be the assistant. You're going to be the accountant. You're going to be the cleaner. You're going to be the customer service. You're going to be, you know, the person negotiating the deals. You're going to be the person purchasing the item. You're going to be the marketer. So being an entrepreneur is really not easy, and that's something that you can always learn. You just have to equip yourself with the right tools, the right people, the right resources, and maybe the right mentorship, right? People who have done it before, people who can basically, you know, help you, you know, migrate into becoming a good entrepreneur. Now, on the other hand, if you're somebody that you do have a job and you feel like this is not the right job for you, but in order to get into your dream job, you may have to start from scratch. But you still want to remain, you still want to have a job, right? You don't want to be an entrepreneur. You can still do it. The thing is that you have to transition. Don't just drop your job, you know, and then say, you know what, I'm gonna go out there and start YouTubing, for example, right? You have to start one step at a time. Everything, like little small efforts, when you compound all of it, it becomes a big thing, right? Like you get the big results when you make little efforts. So I want to say, if you're somebody that you want to switch into your dream job, then start making the efforts now. Start making the investment now. Because there's one thing that I learned from Jim Rohn, from one of his books, where he says you have to work harder on your passion, on yourself, than you work at your job. So I know there are so many time-consuming jobs out there. I had one of them. I have friends who have really heavy schedules, and you have to find ways. You have to get to a point where you say, okay, how am I gonna take back ownership of my life, ownership of my decisions? And guys, you're just gonna have to give up something, right? Because at the end of the day, you're looking for that promotion, but are you really happy with the job? Is it really something that you see yourself happily ever after with? No. So you have to be able to say, okay, maybe if I do the minimum, right? Because maybe with the bare minimum, you won't get fired. You will still remain at your same pay check, you know, like your pay is not gonna increase. You have to, guys, there's something that you're gonna have to sacrifice. I had to sacrifice the fact that not only was I not gonna get promoted, but I didn't even like the job in the first place. So I got to a point where I was doing the bare minimum, and I was happy with it, because I was like, I'm not gonna invest more effort into this job when this job is not going to be my dream job. It's not going to be something that I would love to stay in there for the rest of my life. So I had to make that sacrifice, that I was going to do the bare minimum, knowing for a fact that doing the bare minimum was going to keep my job. I was going to be able to keep my job and not being able to get promoted, and I was fine with it. And you have to be fine with it. So the time that I wasn't investing in my job, the extra time that I wasn't investing in my job, I was investing it in my personal development. I was reading books. I was doing seminars. I was doing conferences. I was learning from other entrepreneurs how they have made things work for them. And I was really looking for the suppliers, looking for the people. Who can I work with? How can I be doing ABCG? I was gathering all this data in order for me to be ready to launch my business. And I did launch my business while working full-time. And I was still working full-time years after I launched my business. Just so you know, because if you don't want to go cold turkey and say, let me just jump and take the risk, right? I didn't have somebody who was going to help me pay my bills. So I still needed the job in order to pay my bills and in order to fund my dream, because my goal was to really live, you know, my career dream or my business dreams. So that's what I would tell you. If you're somebody that you're thinking, okay, I do want to transition, I want to get to another job, but it may require me to start from scratch, then start working on it. You know, if you may be going for an IT field and you feel like you haven't gotten the prerequisite, then start, you know, doing online courses, right? After work, go for your online courses, take the certification, do what you can in order to set yourself up for success, so that by the time you get to the level where you can transition, you know, then you can transition knowing that you've already done the groundwork for you to be in a better position if you quit this job. So that's what I will say for that. Let me open this last one. I really wasn't intending to make this video super long, but it looks like it's gonna be. Worst case scenario, I don't even know what's this. Wait, I do not know what's this. Okay, let me see. The thing is purple. I don't know why it's purple. I have no clue what I ordered, but I'm gonna discover it. Okay. Oh my god, and it looks so... Oh, guys, you know, guys, I remember, it's this Love Me, yeah, Love Me hair, affordable luxury wig. Oh, I forgot, guys, I actually forgot that I had ordered this thing. Yeah, totally forgot, but I'm excited. And I think the wig is just, I'm gonna post a picture of what it looks like, but it's actually a half, it's not a half wig, but it's like a headband. Anyway, I'll post a picture so that you guys see what it looks like, because I want to do a proper unboxing on Instagram, so I'm gonna keep it on the side for now. But anyway, I'm excited, and I'll also put the link down below if you guys want to get it. But yeah, I forgot. Another thing that I would tell you, if you're not happy with your job, for me personally, I will always advise people, you know, even though you don't have a passion, and I'm talking for the people who feel like, I don't have a passion, I don't know what I want to do, this job is paying my bills, but I'm not happy with it, is to really be curious. Be curious about yourself, be curious about life, do the things that are outside of the box, right? Editing videos, for example, wasn't something that I could foresee myself doing, but guess what I'm doing? YouTube. That's something that I would never, in a million years, I would have never told you I'm gonna do YouTube. Even though I used to say that I wanted to be the next Oprah of Africa, and I'm still saying it, I wasn't thinking of TV, I wasn't thinking media, I wasn't thinking videos, YouTube, right? I was thinking more of impact. Like the things that she's been able to do, the people's lives she's been able to touch. That's what I was referring to. That's still what I'm referring to when I think of Oprah, right? So it's really trying to figure out, okay, if you're not comfortable where you are, how can you start working on yourself, you know, spiritually, physically, mentally, in order to get outside of that funk and actually get to do the things that you want to do. And I know this is not really, you know, a size fit all, you know. I'm just giving you what I've done, the things that I've done, the things that I've used, the tools that I've used in order to shift my mindset and to really start investing on me. But I hope this video was really helpful. I know it doesn't answer all the questions. How can you really move from where you are to getting to your business or your goal, right? But I hope that was helpful in a way. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to leave it down below. Let me know what you think about this topic, and share your own ideas, your own advice that you could give to somebody else. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.